Hi, welcome to Jolly Moves. I'm excited to take you through a beautiful vinyasa practice with my dog Billy. For today's practice, you'll just need one block, or you can use a book or anything to help support you, and a strap, or you can use a scarf or a belt, anything that you can use to place around you. Take your time to grab your props and let's get started. Let us begin in a nice grounded seat, just to let ourselves land here in the space. So if you'd like, you can use a block, or if you've got a bolster or a pillow, you might like to place that underneath your pelvis, creating some space in your legs, feeling grounded through your hips and lengthened through your spine. Allow the eyes to soften or close. And just take a moment here to check in on the body. Becoming aware of what we have arrived on the mat with. Each time we come to do any sort of practice, there's often something that we are seeking, either to gain or to release. So take this moment to check in and ask yourself, what is it that I'm seeking from this time here on the mat? Perhaps it is just a moment to be able to be centered and focused on the here and now, or something a little more personal for you. And whatever it is you are seeking, we allow that to inform our sankalpa, or our heart's resolve. This can come in the form of a mantra or meditative word that you can recite throughout the practice to keep reminding you of what you have come here for and what you are seeking. So let us create a mantric phrase that is personal to you, starting with the words I am. If it is, for that example of wanting to just be a moment of being present and here, right now, without distraction, perhaps your sankalpa or your mantra phrasing this evening, or whenever you're practicing, is I am here now. And whatever statement you've created for yourself, let yourself recite this a few times in your mind. Feeling that this statement is true and is felt. Beautiful. Let us start to delve into our Ujjayi breath. You can either open the eyes or keep them closed. I invite you to place one palm just in front of your face. You're going to visualize that this palm is like a piece of glass or a mirror. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, trying to fog out the mirror with your mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, fog up the mirror. Now keep the lips sealed. Inhale through the nose. And visualize fogging up the mirror with the lips sealed. Creating this nice audible sound and lightly constricting the back of the throat. This creates a sort of a metronome and something to keep you tied to the here and now. Allow this breath and your intention to inform the way you move on the mat. When you're ready, gently blinking open the eyes and start to warm up the shoulders, placing your hands on top of your shoulders. On your inhale, draw your elbows together, tracing up, and exhale, roll back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Let your breath inform the pace and the speed in which you move. And know that I am just simply a guide. So if you'd like to go a little slower, if you'd like to pause in any point of the practice or take your own unfolding journey, please feel welcome to do so. This is all about you connecting and recentering you. Roll the shoulders the other way, elbows trace back, up, round, forward and down. Once more. Beautiful. Lowering the hands down to the ground. If you're sitting on a prop, just move it out of your way. And then bring your legs to butterfly. Soles of the feet connect. Hands come behind you. Energetically push the knees down and open the heart on your exhale. Inhale, twist to your right. Left arm comes around, wringing out your spine. Good. Inhale, open the knees. Exhale, wrap to your left, right arm comes around, rotating your spine, your gaze, your neck. Inhaling to open. Exhale, twist. Following the rhythm of your breath, starting to create some opening through the spine, through the pelvis. Twice more. Once more. Good. Bring your right knee to face the sky. Hands come behind your right thigh, sitting on your left hip. Let's float the right foot, lengthen spine. On your next exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale to bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale to bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale to bend. Next time you extend, hold, keeping length in your spine. Walk your hands up to your calf or your ankle, shoulders back and down, and start to warm up through your ankle joint, through your toes, circling this way and that. Right peace fingers seek to take hold of your big toe. If not possible, you can bend the knee to take hold. Left hand comes behind and open your body to the left hand side. Sitting on your left thigh and hip. Pushing the right heel up and open. Option to stay as you are or pushing down through your left hand and knee and open the chest. Pushing the pelvis forward, really opening up. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, lower the hips down. Left hand comes to the razor edge side of your foot and right hand comes behind you, wringing out your spine in the opposite direction. Left shoulder head rolls forward, right shoulder head rolls back. And perhaps reach your back right hand to the back wall behind you, chasing your right hand with your gaze. Energetically reaching your right heel and right fingertips long. Take another deep breath in. And out. Coming into shoelace, right foot either crosses either directly in front of your left or on top with your feet flexed, feet in line with your hips. Hands come onto your knees. Tilting over to the right side, inhale. Exhale, circle forward around. Inhale, round the back. And exhale, churn around the front. Starting to warm even more into your hips. More into your spine, into your shoulders. Next time you circle forward, reach the hands long out in front of you and keep movement flowing, rocking side to side like you're a cat pawing on the mat, creating even more space in the back of your body. Take another deep breath in here and out. Slowly sitting up nice and tall, swapping the legs. Left foot comes in front and sit on your right thigh. Hands behind your left thigh bone. Sitting tall and float to the left foot. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale to extend. Inhale to bend. Twice more. Exhale. Next time you extend, hold. Walk your hands up to your calf or your ankle joint. Shoulders roll back and down, lengthen the spine, and start to warm your ankle joint up. Working in one direction and the other, wiggling the toes. Nice. Then left peace fingers take hold of your big toe. Right hand comes behind you and open your body to the right hand side. Sitting on your right hip, really hiking the left foot up nice and high. Option to stay as you are or push down right hand and knee. Lift the hips and open a little higher if that feels good in your body. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, sitting back down. Right hand comes to the raised edge of your foot. Left hand comes behind you, rolling your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Option to just gaze over your left shoulder to the back wall or reach your left arm nice and long, feeling energy driving out through the left heel and fingertips. Take another deep breath in here and out. Coming into shoelace, left foot crosses either directly in front, loose shoelace, or coming on top, flexing the feet and stacking the shins. From here, tilting this time to the left, inhale, exhale, turning forward and around, circling through the hips and the spine. Taking your time here. Perhaps on your inhale, remind yourself of your intention, repeating it in your mind, I am. Exhaling any tension. Following time, you come forward, reach your hands long out in front of you, and the option to pause in stillness or keep pouring through the arms. Honor what feels really good in your body today. Take another deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Keeping your palms grounded, rock yourself forward and come to all fours. Hands come forward in line with your shoulders. Knees come back in line with your hips. Let's turn your fingers out to face the sides of the room and warm up your wrist joints, just rocking one side to the other. The closer you bring your heel of the palms towards each other, the more you'll be able to rock side to side and feel into the wrists. Spend a lot of time on our hands and our wrist joint that we want them to be nice and warm for us. Nice, turning your fingers back to face towards your knees now and taking a little rock forward and back. You get to dictate how heavy the load is based on how much weight you place forward over your wrists or back towards your heels. Perhaps you lift the heel of the palms off and really stretch through the fingertips and then pressing forward. Become curious to the sensation. One more time. Good. Then sitting back to the heels, flip the palms skywards and place the backs of the palms down, thumbs and fingertips down. Option to stay back to the heels, this might feel enough, or walk the palms forward, again placing more weight over the wrist flipped. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, curl your fingers into a fist and curl the thumb in. Splay the fingers back out. And curl into a fist. 3 more times. Splay out and curl. Splay out and curl. One more. Splay out and curl. Nice. Sitting back towards your heels and loosen up through your wrists in your own way. Maybe you roll them, maybe you shake them, maybe you Mexican wave them. Nice. Stay facing as you are. And we're going to warm up through our neck muscles. So keeping all four sides of your neck long. Place your palms on top of the crown of your head, pushing downward and lifting up through your head and your neck. Here we go. Pressing down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, a little shake. Twice more. Pressing down, lengthening up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and little shake. One more time, this time a little longer. Here we go, pressing down and pulling up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, and little shake. Nice. Coming back to all fours. Let's flow through our cat and our cow, splaying your fingers wide and create claws with your fingertips, really grounding through your fingers as well as the heel of the palm. Inhale, open the heart and the throat, stick your pelvis out. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, coil the spine in. Inhale to expand. Exhale to round. Start to go a little rogue if that feels good for the next 3 to 4 breaths. Maybe you circle the rib cage. Maybe you rock a little forward and back. Just taking this time to really explore, knowing that there's no wrong way to move. This is all about freeing up your body, your mind, and connecting and recentering you with you. Good. Next time you open the heart, inhale, kick and extend your right heel long, flexing the foot, toes turn down, and lift the back of the head and heel to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, tiger curl, round the spine, lift as high as you can through the belly, knee to nose, see if you can kiss it. Again, inhale, extend, open the back of the head and heel. Exhale, round tiger curl. Twice more. One more time, inhale. Exhale, lift the belly and ribs as high as you can to curl and step your right heel toe forward. You can use your hands to adjust. Nice. Let's take a rock forward and back, shifting forward into your low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, Anjaneyasana. Straighten your right leg, half split, flexing the right toes. Keep rocking forward and back at your own way. Inhale to open. Exhaling to rock back. Twice more. One more time. Following time, you rock forward, hold your low runner's lunge, pause. Kick your left heel to the right side of the mat, finding gate pose. Hands frame the left long edge of your mat. Right foot is flat down onto the ground. Left arm reaches to the sky and open your chest. Inhale. Exhale, thread your left arm through and lower your shoulder and temple down to the mat. Left hand takes hold of any section of your right thigh and hold on. Option is stay here, hello Billy, or right arm reaches to the sky and maybe flip the palm and reach for your left hip crease. Your key for balance is grounding through your right foot onto the mat. How much of your heart can you revolve to the sky? Take another deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Replant your right hand back down onto the ground. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, plant your palms. Let's step our left foot wide, wide-legged forward fold. Toes turn in slightly, heels wider, and bow as deeply as you can towards your thighs. Perhaps heel of the palms come in line with the heels of your feet. Bending the elbows, encourage the spine nice and deeply into the fold. Lovely. When you're ready, bring your hands in front of you and let's start to go into lateral lunges. Feet stay turned forwards and just bending into one knee and into the other. Rocking and feeling through your inner groin. Billy's getting himself nice and comfortable. Good. Following time, you rock over towards the right-hand side. Let's come into our runner's lunge and step your right foot back to plank pose. Always the option to lower your knees. Spread your fingertips nice and wide, and let's stay for 3 deep breaths. Energetically try to draw your hands towards your fingertips. Hands towards your toe tips, pulling up and dragging the mat towards each other. Deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, shift your weight forward, shoulders beyond your fingertips, and slowly lower through chaturanga. Belly is the last to lower all the way down. Nice. Bringing your fingertips wide on the mat, striking cobra, elbows point skyward. Let's wave the spine up. Inhale, head lifts last. Exhale, wave it down. Inhale, wave up. Exhale, wave it down. Inhale, wave up center. Exhale, lower your right shoulder and ear. Look to the left. Inhale, lift center. Exhale, lower left shoulder and ear. Continue twice more. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, left. Inhale, lift center. Push through your fingertips. Feel the strength through your arms, through your back. Exhale, lower. Hands beside your lower rib cage. Belly and thighs lift first, pressing up to low plank. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Knees wide, toes connect, and rest your third eye to the mat. Reaching your fingers as long out as possible, bringing your tailbone back towards your heels. This is a beautiful place for you to come to and reconnect with your breath. Reconnect with your intention. At any point during the practice, always feel welcome to come back here, allowing yourself to let go of the outside world and channel into this internal one. Take another full breath here. Inhale and exhale. Shifting your weight back to all fours, second side. Grounding down through your hands and your knees. Left leg extends. Inhale, flexing the foot and lift the back of the head and heel to the sky. Exhale, tiger curl. Again, inhale, open and extend. Exhale, lift the belly and ribs high as possible as the knee comes in. Once more, inhale, extend. Exhale, tiger curl, lift up high, heel toe your left foot to the front of the mat. Nice. You can use your hand to adjust. Let's rock forward and back. Inhale, open through the hips and the heart. Exhale, pressing back, Anjaneyasana, Hara Hanuman. I just said 2 random Sanskrit words. They're meant to say Hara Hanuman. It's been a big day for me today. Good, twice more. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, Adha Hanuman, half split. Once more, inhale, shifting forward, low runner's lunge, pause. Kick your right heel to the left corner of the mat and turn to the right long edge of the mat, wide gate pose. Planting your left foot flat on the ground. Reach your right arm to the sky, inhale, open. Exhale, thread your right arm through, lower your shoulder and temple down. Reach and take hold of any part of your left thigh, seeking to revolve your heart to the sky. Option is stay here or left arm reaches skyward. Maybe you flip the palm and reach it towards your right hip crease, revolving your left shoulder head back and down. Nice. Take another deep breath in. Thank you, Bill. And a deep breath out. Lowering the left hand back onto the ground. Inhale. Exhale back to your gate pose. Grounding through your palms and step your right foot wide, wide-legged fold. From here, you have the option to keep your feet parallel and bump your hips side to side in your lateral lunges, or turn your toes and knees out and sink into Skandasana. Hands can be on the ground or to your heart space. Just feeling and exploring in through your hips, through your groin, through your inner thighs. Following time, you rock over to the left-hand side. Again, find your runner's lunge and step your left foot back to plank pose. Spreading your fingertips nice and wide. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, lower just a third, chaturanga. Belly and thighs stay hovered, hold. Nice, and then lower all the way down. Hands stay beside your lower rib cage, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Roll your shoulders back, low cobra. Inhale, belly button on the mat, open the heart. Exhale, lower. Again, inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high cobra, keeping your hips on the ground and elbows stay bent. Feel the strength of your back and your arms. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog, pressing the arms straight, hover the thighs and drag your hips towards your wrists. Maybe your collarbones spread open and you look up and out. You might like to rock the hips side to side. Beautiful opening of the front body. Take another deep breath in here. As you exhale, push the hips up, flipping over the toes, downward facing dog. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart. And take your time here to pedal through your heels, rocking side to side. Fingers are spread. You might like to shake the head yes and no. Nice. And then when you're ready, let's finding some stillness. Knees can take a generous bend for your first down dog. Tailbone points up to the sky and seek to create as much length between your fingertips and your tailbone. Really stretching at the spine. Shoulders are away from your ears. And belly slightly lifted. From there, maybe your heels might lengthen and down to the mat, seeking to press them through to the ground. Take another deep breath in here and a deep breath out. Right leg floats to the sky, three-legged dog, keeping the right toes facing the ground, hips square. Inhale. Exhale, tiger curl. Shift the weight forward, right knee to nose, just like we did a little earlier. Again, three-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, tiger curl. Once more, three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, and big step through, right heel toe to the front of your mat, finding your runner's lunge. Take a deep breath in, open the heart. Exhale into wide-legged fold, turning over the left long edge of the mat. Toes turn inwards. Right hand reaches to the back ankle and reach your left arm to the sky, opening your chest to the back of the room. Left hand might flip or come towards your right hip crease, rolling your left shoulder head back and down. Take a deep breath in here and out. Coming back into your wide-legged fold. From here, grounding down your palms and create a nice bend in your elbows. Maybe you're staying on your hands, or maybe your crown of the head might lower down onto the ground. We're not lifting all the way up yet, just getting used to that feeling. Wherever you've chosen to be, shift your weight towards your hands and lift your heels. And then shift your weight back to your feet. Twice more, shifting forward towards your hands or crown of head, and then back towards your feet. One more time, shifting forward and shifting back. Nice. Come back onto your palms if your head is down, and then hands to hips. Slowly lift all the way up. Nice. Turn your right toes to the front of the mat, setting up Trikonasana. Arms open wide, palms facing forward. There's a micro bend in your right knee and push your hips back to the left. Can we gaze to our back left palm? Deep breath in. Exhale, Trikonasana. Right hand reaches down along the length of the right thigh as you gaze skywards. Option to use your block, maybe place it on the highest height for support underneath your right palm. Otherwise, resist against your shin bone and open your chest. Take another deep breath in here and out. Reverse Trikonasana, left hand slides down the back thigh, right arm up. Option to flex the right foot, create space in your armpit. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, or Warrior 2. You might adjust your stance. Right toe and knee facing forward. Left razor edge is your backstop. Keeping your pelvis upright. Shoulders back and down, gazing over your right middle finger. Flying Warrior. Inhale, straighten the right leg, palms touch. Exhale, Warrior 2. Twice more. Inhale, fly. Exhale, get a little deeper. One more, fly. Exhale, Warrior 2. Take a deep breath in. Left arm cuts across, high crescent lunge, thumbs point back behind you. Soft bend in both knees. Your back left heel is lifted. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Left arm forward, right arm back. Maybe you chase your right hand with your gaze. Inhale here. Exhale, hook twist. Left elbow comes on the outside of the right knee. Right palm stacks on top. From there, push down through your right palm. Lift your belly and ribs and draw your thumbs towards your sternum. Rolling your right shoulder back and see if you can turn your gaze to the sky. Take another deep breath in here. And out. Turning back to center, hands at your heart. Inhale. Woo. Exhale. Let's take our vinyasa. Hands ground down. Step your right foot back to plank pose. Knees or toes lowering chaturanga 1/3. Pressing through to cobra or up dog. Rolling your shoulders back. Coming up and over the toes, downward facing dog. Nice. Finding length and stillness. Reconnect with your sankalpa, your intention. Reconnect with your Ujjayi breath. Grounding through your right foot, left leg to the sky this time. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, round the spine, knee to nose. Twice more. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, tiger curl. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, tiger curl, and step your left heel toe forward between your hands. Nice. Opening into your high runner's lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, turn over your right shoulder, wide-legged fold. Left hand reaches to the back right ankle, right arm to the sky. Find the twist. Right arm can stay skyward or fold behind your back to your left hip crease. Roll your right shoulder, head back. Deep breath in here. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Hands again on the ground or seek to lower the crown of the head to the ground. Elbows are at a right angle. Shift your weight towards your head and your hands. Inhale. Exhale, lower the heels. Twice more. Shifting your weight. Maybe your feet float for a second and lower back down. One more time. Maybe a little float and exhale down. Grounding through your palms, halfway lift, inhale. Hands come to your hips, exhale, stand all the way up. Nice. Left foot turns to the front of the room, arms open wide, setting up Trikonasana. Micro bend your left knee and push your weight in your back right leg. Shift your hips back to the right and gaze back to the back right hand. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, Trikonasana. Left hand presses against the inner side of your thigh or on a block. Opening your chest and gaze over towards your right hand at the sky. Is your weight in your back leg? Are we feeling lifted through our side that if you let go of your left arm, you would stay where you are? Inhale, reverse Trikonasana. The right hand back of thigh, left arm up. Maybe flex the left foot. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Recheck your stance. Left knee and toe face forward. Right razor edge of the foot is parallel. Shoulders back and down, gazing over your left middle finger. Flying warrior, straighten the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana. One more. Inhale. Exhale, Virabhadrasana. Take a pause on your inhale. Exhale, right arm sweeps across, high crescent lunge. Thumbs point back behind you. Back heel is lifted. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the left. Right, left arm reaches to the back wall, right arm forward. Roll your left shoulder head back, right shoulder forward. Deep breath in. Hook twist, right elbow against the left thigh, left palm on top, pushing down with your left hand to lift your torso. Belly squeeze in and look over your left shoulder to the sky. Nice. Take another deep breath in and out. Slowly bring your hands back to center. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands, taking your vinyasa, stepping your left foot back and lowering down chaturanga on knees or toes, 1/3 of the way, then maybe all the way, or pressing through to up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take 3 deep breaths here, fingers spread wide, pushing your heels down onto the mat. One more breath in and out. Lowering down onto your knees now. Sitting back towards your heels. I'm going to workshop a bit of tripod stand and then bring it into the flow. If you are currently menstruating, please avoid this tripod stand and instead go back to pressing down on the crown of the head. That is going to help get the same strengthening benefit as doing this one. So for tripod, it is exactly as it sounds. We want to make 3 points of contact, so a triangle of contact. First 2 points are our hands, which come shoulder width apart. And then we want to feel strength through the whole of the arm here when the crown of the head comes down. Crown of the head creates the 3rd point. And when we're down, we've got a right angle. That will maximize the strength. You want to focus on creating as much length in your neck. So when the pressure of your torso or your body weight is going down, we're thinking of pushing up. Okay, so that is our first step, crown of the head down. You might stay here, you might maybe tuck the toes under and seek to lift the hips in line with the spine. If you want to take it further, maybe you walk one knee on top of your triceps or both, and this is perfect. If you're feeling comfortable and you've done it a few times, perhaps your legs extend. Let's just stay for a 4, wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering back down and take a pause in child's pose. Reaching your arms out long in front of you, resting your third eye to the mat. It's quite a strong inversion here. But the beautiful thing about inversions, it's a really great way to actually calm our nervous system, because when we're feeling a lot of anxiety or overwhelm, often we can think of worst case scenarios, and I'm sure that there was a lot of thoughts that might have played in your mind if you're not used to this. But the more you do it and take those sort of risks and literally flip your perspective by being on your head, we start to realize, actually, things aren't going to be that worst case. I survived. I'm alive. Yay. So that is the beautiful thing of inversions. Plus, it's just fun. Hi, Billy. All right, let's get back into flow. We're going to go a little quicker this time. Just 1 rep of each movement as we move through. So when you're ready, make your way into downward facing dog. And Billy, you can make your way to your own version of down dog. Opening through the chest. Let's take 3 deepened breaths. Inhale. Let it go. Pushing your heels to the mat. Reaching your tailbone back in space. Lengthening your fingers. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more big breath in. And a big breath out. Right leg floats to the sky. 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale, tiger curl. Once more, 3-legged. Exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands and lower down. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, wide-legged fold to the left. Reach for the back left ankle, open the chest. Inhale. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Option to just bow deeply or seek to take your tripod stand, creating that right angle. Maybe you just shift your weight to your feet, or maybe you lift up. Staying for 3, 2, 1. Sometimes we don't stick it. Inhale, find a half lift, hands down. Hands come to hips. Exhale, lift all the way up. Nice. Turn your right toes forward and step your left foot quite close. Setting up twisted trikonasana. Right hand on hip, left arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, push your hips back in space. Left hand finds your block or your prop and place on the outside of the right foot. Grounding down your left palm. Keep your left heel grounded and open your chest to the right. Maybe you stay here, maybe your right arm floats skyward, opening your chest. Inhale and exhale. Right hand back on your hip, windmill the left arm all the way to the back, reverse trikonasana, deep breath in. Setting up warrior 2, exhale, stepping back. Flying warrior, inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, high crescent. Left arm sweeps around. Inhale. Find your lunge twist. Reaching right arm back. Deep breath in. Exhale, hook twist. Left elbow against the right thigh. Right palm stacks on top. Open the heart. Option to stay here or gaze to your right toes. Maybe you shift your weight forward and maybe your left foot floats. Just for another breath in and out. Return to your crescent, hands to your heart, deep breath in. Exhale, vinyasa, grounding the palms down. Maybe the right leg floats, 3-legged dog, and hold it lifted as we lower chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Second and final side. Here we go. Left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, tiger kill, knee to nose. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, tiger kill. Step your left heel and toe through. Runner's lunge. Deep breath in. Exhale, turn over your right shoulder, wide-legged fold. Last time to play with our tripod stand. Option to just lower your hands or your head down. Maybe you shift your weight towards your hands and float to the feet for a microsecond, or we seek to lift up. Staying for 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly lowering back down. Inhale, half lift. Woo. Hands to your hips. Exhale, standing all the way up. Turning your left toes facing forward and step your right foot in quite a bit, hips facing the front of the room. Left hand comes onto your hip and right arm reaches to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, push your hips back in space. Reach for your block and place on the outside of the left foot. Pushing down and roll your left shoulder back and up to the sky. Maybe your left arm reaches and there is your twisted trikonasana. Good. Deep breath in and out. Place your left hand on your hip and windmill right arm all the way around to the back. Reverse trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale. Virabhadrasana 2. Warrior 2. Flying warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior 2. Stay for the breath in. High crescent. Right arm sweeps around. Lift the arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Twist to your left. Gaze to the back left hand. Inhale. Hook twist, right elbow against your left thigh, left palm on top, open the chest. Option is stay or look down to your left hand this time, shifting your weight forward and maybe, just maybe your right foot floats. Take a deep breath in here and exhale, lowering back down. Hands come to heart, high crescent, inhale. Final vinyasa. Lower the hands down, step your left leg back or to the sky, three-legged. Could you keep it floated as you shift forward, as you descend chaturanga, cobra up dog. And take a pause in child's pose, knees open wide, resting your third eye to the mat. Maybe your hands reach back towards your ankles. Allow your shoulders to dome down to the ground. Reconnect with your ujjayi. Reconnect with your intention. I am. Beautiful. Bringing your hands in front of your knees. Slowly lift your torso upright. Nice. Finding your strap of sorts. And let's come down onto our backs. So laying down on your back, bending your knees. And we're going to hook our right foot into the strap. Depending on your mobility, maybe just your right peace fingers hold the strap and there's no need for it. Otherwise, let's use it today. Left hand grounds down beside you, keeping the pelvis steady, and you're pulling your right leg as close to you as possible. Maybe you stay here, or perhaps your left leg extends, pressing the back of the left thigh down. Right belly. Nice. Deepening your breaths in and out. Keeping your hips grounded, take another inhale. And then opening your right leg out to the side. Big toe lifts up towards your ear. So you're not just opening to the side, you want to hike it up, following the direction that your hip turns out to. Watching that your left hip isn't rolling over. You want to keep it facing skyward. Take another full breath in. And a full breath out. Carefully bring your right leg back to the ceiling and hold onto the ends of the strap with your left hand now. Right arm anchors out to the side of you, and the leg doesn't need to be any higher than hip height. From here, we're going to let your right hip come all the way over, turning your right toes down to the floor, heel to the sky, and compressing your right shoulder and hip down to the ground equally. You may like to gaze over your right shoulder. Calming down the pace of your breath. Calming down the fluctuations of the mind. Take another full breath in here. And a full breath out. Slowly coming back to center. And let's swap legs, bringing your left foot into the strap, right foot can go on the floor. And then holding onto the end of the strap with your left hand, or depending on mobility, peace fingers in the left big toe. Right arm out to the side, an option to keep the right knee bent or extend the leg long, pressing the back of the thigh onto the mat if you're doing so. Breathing here. One more inhale. And exhale. Opening your left leg out to the side, keeping your right hip grounded. Toe comes right up towards your hip. And breathe. Feeling into your inner groin. Take another full breath in and out. Slowly bringing your left leg back up to the sky and take hold of the strap with your right hand. Leg comes down just at hip height. Left arm out to the side, and when you're ready, drawing your hip across and lowering your left foot down to the ground. Toes turning slightly downwards, heel towards the sky, getting more of an internal rotation from your hip. Take another full breath in and out. Slowly coming back to center and release the strap and pop it out to the side. Final little inversion, bending your knees and bringing your feet nice and close to your hips, working into one round of bridge pose. Hands grounding down, and when you're ready, press through the feet to lift the hips as high as you can. Once you come as tall as you can with your hips, walk your shoulder blades underneath you, create even more space in the front body. Perhaps your hands like to pull apart the edges of the mat for engagement, or if possible, fingertips interlace, squeezing a lemon between the heel of the palms and pressing your pinky fingers down onto the mat. Toes and knees are facing directly forwards. And breathe, creating more space in the front of your hips again. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Releasing the hands, walk the shoulder blades apart and lower the spine down. Taking little windscreen wipes if that feels good for you. And then taking your time now to come to a place where we can reside in stillness for about a minute's meditation with me. If you'd like to extend it a little longer, feel welcome. Otherwise, option to extend the legs out long, palms slipped up at your sides in classic corpse pose, Shavasana. Or if you'd like to finish feeling a little bit more alert as we end our practice, if you've got things to move on to beyond this, perhaps come into a meditative seat. Wherever you have chosen to be, ensure that from your hips to your crown is in one lovely long line. Allow there to be a softness in your face and your body. Take one more big deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow everything to let go. Let go of the breath. Let go of your thoughts. Let go of this body. Shavasana. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Please feel welcome to stay as long as you need. Thank you for sharing your time and your energy on the mat. I look forward to joining you for our next practice. Until we meet again, namaste.